At about 6 p.m., cars are moving at a normal speed on the streets of Kigali. Pedestrians too are going about with their movements. However, as the clock ticks towards 9 o'clock in the evening, traffic jams mount. There's a lot of rushing because they are racing against the curfew time of 9 p.m. I try to always get home by 8:30. I have a lot of pressure to get home early. When it gets to 8 p.m., so many people are moving, racing against time. The COVID-19 prevention guidelines state that by 9 p.m. all residents must have reached their homes. However, in some sectors such as Gikondo, Gatenga in Chichuchiro district and Chinyinya in Gasabo district and on the outskirts of Kigali city, there are areas where the population seems to disregard these precautionary measures. At around 9:17 p.m. when RBA arrived at the Gashechero center bordering Gatenga and Gikondo sectors, we found the market active with a lot of movements back and forth, with some people even drunk to the point they couldn't communicate. Between 10 and 11 p.m. on the Maram Road coming from a place commonly known as Nayinzira through to the Chinyinya bus station in Gasabo, we found groups of young men and women drinking alcohol because some of the bars were open. Seeing RBA journalists, they immediately closed and declined speaking to us. Wearing face masks and practicing social distancing was evidently not being done. From the time we arrived till we left, there was no local authority personnel to address them. The Rwanda National Police spokesperson CP John Bosco Kabera says it should not be necessary to impose sanctions, but people who violate these guidelines will be penalized. We always meet with people who have a vague or low opinion of the guidelines, and we teach them and tell them why they should not go beyond the rules. But those who deliberately and knowingly go against them are also punished. But we ask of them that there is no reason to punish the people. These instructions have been provided by health authorities who will assess to make sure the problem is resolved and advise on how to go about it. Failure to comply with the COVID-19 regulations could bring the entire city of Kigali back into total lockdown. When a city goes into lockdown, then the whole country too is affected. It's important that we all understand the situation and protect the city and country at large. We ask that local authorities and security organs, especially the police, continue their efforts to ensure that these guidelines are put in action. Our desire is that everyone owns the guidelines and do what they are required to do, not because they fear to be punished. Currently, 6 settlements in Chichuchiro and Nyarugenge districts and some sectors in Rusizi district are under lockdown. All Rwandan residents are reminded that there's still a long way to go in defeating this pandemic that is threatening the world and that they should not be complacent.